Everything I see up in my head just comes to life.
The fact that you're chasing perfection tells me a lot about you, and it says a lot about yourself as well. But from what I've noticed, we chase perfection because there is a part of us that is lacking within ourselves. So we chase perfection on the outside, on the external, so that we can validate that that part within us is fully loved and is fully worthy and is enough. And I think it's normal for every single one of us to go through that. And I've gone through that personally in my life multiple times, in multiple different scenarios, in multiple different ways. And I want to share with you guys exactly how I was feeling those moments, how I was able to overcome that, because it's not something that's necessarily easy for us to look at that. But when you just can't take it anymore, and you just can't keep going like the way that you are, and you've had enough, and you have that moment that you take that decision to change, well, you realize that, holy shit, that's exactly when things start to shift and start to change, because you decide to change your mindset, you decide to change the way that you think, and now things are aligning into a different reality of who it is that you find yourself to be. And it's one of the most beautiful journeys you can go on, and it's honestly brought a lot to my life, and it's brought a lot of love and appreciation and gratitude, and to really just be able to appreciate the present moment and to be present and to go into the unknown, understanding very clearly that the unknown is the only place that I can go that will allow me to learn more about myself. And I think I feared that because, in a way, for me, I was chasing perfection. I wanted to have this outside external perfection in my life of how others saw me and what I had, and just the egoistic principles that we try to portray, because, oh my God, look at me, I'm so good. Oh my God, look at me. But all it says is really that within yourself, you don't feel like you are enough, and you don't feel that you're complete and you're whole and you are worthy. And so these symbols are just a way for our ego to be able to convince ourselves that we are. But it's this kind of symbol and that perfection that we chase, that once we get it, we realize how empty it is, and it actually doesn't serve us. And I've gone on a lot of different journeys in my own personal life. And the only time when I healed my obesity, if we want to put it that way, when I was able to conquer the extra weight that I had for quite some time in my life, when I was able to conquer that, I healed it in a way to go look within myself, to look at the parts of me that felt unheard, unseen, unworthy. And when I was able to do that and go within and connect with that version of me, because I genuinely do believe that we're all children walking around, and adults are simply children with more years in their book. That's all it is, because we all want to do the things that we want to do. We all love the things that we love. We don't want to do the things we don't want to do. So at the end of the day, we're all children. It's just we have obligations because of life and the way that things function. But at the end of the day, the world, the matrix programming, it teaches us to forget about that. It teaches us to forget who we are at our most authentic core, on our most authentic vibration. It just literally teaches us to stop believing in ourselves, to believe that we are unworthy, that we need these external symbols to feed the ego. But you're not the ego. You need an ego to exist in this physical reality, but you are so much more than that. Remember, you are a spiritual being with a mind inside of a body, and the best way to control your body and overcome your health and to stop chasing that perfection on the outside is to use your mind. So to change your thoughts, to change your beliefs, because you have the power, you have that godlike creative power to be able to control that. But we forget about those things, and then we want things to look perfect. We want everything to be picture perfect. But at the end of the day, if you are whole and you are worthy and you are enough within your own heart and within your own spirit and your soul, and you can connect to that and you can feel that, no matter what others think, no matter what the agents come at you in the matrix, it doesn't matter. You're able to be you. You're able to shine your light. You're able to feel at home. And that's what all of us want when we see others that they seem perfect. Well, more than likely, it's not perfection they have, but they're genuinely being themselves. And we connect to that because we can all feel that part of us where we've forgotten probably multiple times in certain different scenarios or at multiple different points of our lives, that we've completely forgot how to be ourselves. We had to disconnect because we had to kill off that version of us because we couldn't survive. And we had to let go of that version of us that was authentically and genuinely us. We had to let go of it because we couldn't survive that way, because in the environment that we found ourselves, it wasn't accepted. That part of you was rejected. That part of you wasn't loved. That part of you wasn't worthy. And so therefore you let it go in order to feel that worthiness, to feel like you are enough. But that's not you. That is the mask that you put on of you. And so therefore you think you are perfect with that mask, but that's not you. So at the end of the day, you always come back home feeling empty, having a void, wanting to feel safe and secure, but you can never feel those emotions of safety and security because it's not you. You aren't being you. Therefore, the ego, whatever it thinks that it has these things, but then it can lose. But you can't lose. Like, the only person you can genuinely lose is yourself. And when you're able to go through the journey, to look at the pain that you might have felt when you let go of those versions of you in your past at those moments, well, to come back home and understand that you hold space for that version of you that had to go through that pain of not being worthy, of not being enough, and you connect back to them, to that younger childlike self that lived through that experience, because you are still that version. You are still that. It is you, the entirety, the totality of you. It's just linear space and time. And you go back and you hold that space and you show yourself love and you show yourself the appreciation. And more than likely right now in the current moment, you have the information to hold the space and to tell that version of you that you love them and that they are enough and they are worthy and they are safe now. And it is okay to let go of the limiting beliefs that they had to take on in order to survive, in order to feel like they are enough, in order to feel worthy. So I genuinely believe, at least in my experience, I've been having crazy breakthroughs in the last week. I feel great. I just feel like I'm at home. I'm not in my center, but I'm looking within. I'm going within. I'm looking at the parts of me, just like I've explained through this entire video, where I've seen the places and the times in my life where I've let go of myself and I haven't been myself, and I've chased this outside perfection that just led me to feeling unhappy, because that's never what I wanted. I just wanted to feel like myself. And this is the most beautiful gift that we can all do, because why else would you not, like, why else? What else can you do? Like, what else? Like, who else do you want to be? Like, you're better off being yourself, because trust me, everybody else is taken. So might as well choose yourself, love yourself, show that compassion to who it is that you truly are, letting go of those moments that you stopped believing you were worthy, and just giving yourself that love, giving yourself that space to love yourself fully, be yourself, because it's the most beautiful and most awesome thing on the planet to have individuals that are individually all different in this universe. And it's amazing. And God created you the way you are. And that's exactly how you have to be. So don't put your paintbrush on God's work. And trust me, you'll live the best exact life. But you might go through a journey. I'm not saying it's easy. But if it be easy, I mean, everybody wouldn't do it, right? That's why it's hard. So no one does it, and no one actually is able to reap those fruits. So I know you got it in you. The motto is making yesterday jealous, just like it says behind me. My friends, it's been an awesome week. A little different video, but sometimes we shit up. You know, you gotta bring that new. And I just felt like this was from the heart, rip and go. Plugged it up. I just felt like I had to. It's a little later than usual, but I appreciate you, my friend, for being here, for watching, for listening to this video. Leave a like down below if you got value out of this. Comment whatever's coming up right now from your heart. I know there's something you want to comment, so write down in the comments below. And my friends, I appreciate you. I love you. I wish you a good weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. But as always, keep making yesterday jealous.